mi familia, and welcome to my cocina. Today I'm going to try to make some giant tamales. With a little help from my sister-in-law Jackie and my cousin Clara and her neighbors from El Salvador, who, by the way, introduced me to the phrase pig butter. We're going to make them, so let's get started. First, we're going to do a little mise en place. That means we're going to get all our ingredients together and set up so we know what we have and we're ready to go. Okay, first we're going to make the masa, and what I'm going to do first is mix my dry ingredients. I really like to do onion powder and baking powder. And then I'm going to just set the mixer in there, turn it on a low speed just so I can incorporate everything all together. The salt, which I have held back, I'm going to put it in with the liquid and what do you call that? Dissolve it in there, make a solution, and that way it ensures that it doesn't just go in here and become granules in the masa. It actually will season the entire masa. That looks pretty incorporated right there. What I'm going to do now is put in our liquid ingredients. Here goes vegetable broth. Now, most of the time they'll use chicken broth, but we like vegetarians, so we're going to go with the vegetarian broth. We're also going to put in what looks like might be a heck of a lot of oil. This takes the place of pig butter. But here goes the oil. The oil is very important because the oil is actually what separates it from the corn husk after it's done steaming. So we're going to go ahead and let that mix in there and just become a really nice masa. So the masa's been mixing for about 10 minutes. It's time to check and see the consistency. I've read both peanut butter and mashed potato. So when I feel of it, it feels just a little bit stiff. So I'm going to add a little bit more liquid, or juice as we call it in the masa making business, and just see what happens there. And we'll just let that go for another 5 minutes and see how it hydrates. Okay, let's check it again. Oh yeah, that's a way better consistency right there. It's a little stiff, but it's not going to be all runny. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn this up to high speed for 4 minutes, and that's going to help incorporate some air in there, and it'll become a much fluffier masa. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on down and lift it up. Let's see how she looks. Oh my, that looks wonderful. I'll go ahead and scrape down my blade here. Okay, we're going to feel with here until we feel the shiny side. One of them will be a little rougher than the other. So in this particular case, these are the shiny sides. We're going to overlap them because we're making this big old tamale right here. We want to keep our masa closer to the top, so we'll have room to tie it on the bottom. Here's a nice, I'm going to say a rectangle approximately a ½ inch thick, which is about twice as thick as a normal tamale. Here we're going to use pintos and corn as our filling. This one's not very spicy because it's for my honey who doesn't like spice too much. We'll throw in some Monterey Jack cheese and then another scoop about the same size just to cover all of that if we can. There we go. Oh, I hope I didn't put too much on. But we want to cover all that filling as best we can. If there's a bean sticking out, there's a bean sticking out, okay? We're going to fold each side up and over one side, then cover that with the other side. We're going to grasp one of those ties that we made earlier and tie the bottom. I'm going to take two, tie them together here real quick because I need a long one for that big burrito, that big tamale center. And here we go. And then we're going to tie it closer to the top to hold this baby together. Voila. Okay, there you have it. All right, I'm going to make up a bunch more of these and then I'll show you putting them in the steamer. Cheese on there. And then another top. So that recipe made 9 of these beautiful giant tamales. The next step is going to be steaming them. So I'm going to get set up for that and I'll be right back with you. Keeps anything from falling down below, but it still leaves room to allow that steam to drain back down. All right, I'm just going to load these in here. You'll notice I put a mason jar in the center there. That's just to take up some of the volume in this big old pot, seeing as I only have 9 of these guys. That'll help them stand up better. They fit perfectly. I'm just going to put a lid on that. There we go. I'm not sure how long to steam these things. Some internet people are saying 45 minutes. My cousin swore an hour and a half. I'm going to go in between those, try it for about an hour, take a look, see what's going on inside of those corn husks, and then either leave them in or take them out. We'll see. Okay, well, it's been 2 hours, so let's take a look and see what's going on in there. Ow! Well, that one seems done. I mean, that one seems almost done. No, not that one. It's hot in there. I think I'm going to give them another 15 minutes. Okay, I'm going to pull one of these guys out and see what's going on. Here's one right in front of me. It's heavy. Right here for 10 minutes, and then we'll cut this husk off and hopefully chow down. That looks like a giant tamale. All right, time for the taste test. I'm going to put a little bit of my favorite Trader Joe's jalapeno sauce on there. Cut off a piece right here. Let's see. Nice, moist, fluffy. I could get plenty of that taco seasoning that's in there. Man, I think we've nailed it here. All right, I think we got a good job. Good news is these giant tamales are tasty. It worked out really well, just the way we planned it. But the bad news is you can only eat one.
Is this fabulous or what? Just fabuloso.